Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with my June recap. So I'm going to show you what projects I made in June. I'm going to show you the items that I used up, and then I'm going to kind of show you something that's a little bit different. It's like my new obsession. So I'll show you that as well. So first, let me show you what I used up. So I used up some things this month, not a ton. I feel like some months are better than others. I did use up a full spool of ribbon. I only actually had one tape runner that I used up. I think I had like new tape runners that I was working with. And then I also finished using my Firefly Ephemera collage kit. So this is actually going to go in the trash. So some of it went back into my stash, as you would have seen if you watched my Kill a Kit video for this. But this is going in the trash, the packaging and then like the acetate packaging and things like that. So use those up. I always feel so good when I use up ribbon. That is one of those things that to me never ever ends. I actually use up more washi tape than I do ribbon, and that's kind of funny. But okay, now let me show you the things that I made. So, and there should be process videos, I think, for every single one of these. So I made this little Valentine's card pocket for Kaylin's Valentine's cards that he had. And it just says Valentine's Day cards, and I decorated it, and it was already this little pocket. This is supposed to go in like a what is it go in? An album, but I can't remember which kind. But I bought it on clearance at Michael's because I don't think they were selling this album anymore, so I just punched new holes to make it fit in my album. But there's that. I also just added holes to Kaylin's Valentine's. This is what they looked like, and just has his name and stuff on it, so that he wrote those. So I'm going to add that into my album. And then also this card pocket, another one. These are just cards from like my mom, and I had decorated it and sewn it and everything. And there's definitely a process video for this one, and I also decorated the back. I just put a note as to where it goes in my album so I remember. Then on to my layouts. So I think these are backwards in the order that I made them. So I think this is like the most recent one. This one is called A Very Icy Day. This was made with my stash kit, and I really tried to do a little bit more of a simplistic layout, primarily focusing on the washi tape that I had in my kit, as well as using this gray pattern as the background. And I pulled in a lot of these aquas, whites, and grays. Aqua, white and black, and grays. There's that one. Then this is kind of the companion page to this. It'll go like this in my album. So they somewhat coordinate, but not really. It's more so just that they look nice together. And this one's called Ice Expedition. And this is just, I don't have very many of these, but I absolutely love the way that these photos turn out. But these are just some collage prints. And these are just photos of Kaylin of this day as we kind of worked our way through the ice and the ice storm. And as you can see, I tried to use some of the same elements. Like I used the same alphas. I also used the same aqua labels. And then the aqua words that I cut apart. And then other than that, they're not necessarily the same products, but kind of the same style. Just some simple stamping. I have some small elements. I have rhinestones here, but I have stars here, so kind of similar but not necessarily the same. Then I have a Project Life spread called Relax, and apparently I think I had a lot of there's definitely a lot of aqua in that kit, but I pulled out the kind of softer reds and the aquas, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I was so pleased with myself for using the girl and the boy fox that were in this sticker book, because I really thought I would never use those, but I have those with the picture of Ernest and I. So I was really pleased with myself for that one. All of these again have process videos. This was with the stash. All three of those first ones were from my stash kit, and then this one is using that Firefly kit. And there's like a couple of those acetate pieces. And this one's called Spooktacular. This is a Halloween layout, and I used some memorabilia that I had in my had set aside to use in my pages, and these are actually from this event that we went to. They had given the kids a little goodie bag, and these were little puppets, so I had just kept those pieces. have this one, which is a stash kit layout again, and this is just Valentine's Day. I used a lot of little mini alphas, like the tile alphas on this one. I like pulling those out. I don't pull them out with every layout, but I like mixing them in. I really like the different look of having, because I think those are a very bold alpha, which are really kind of fun. I have 2 different sizes here. Then this is my last layout. So this is the spiders are out. And this is using that Firefly kit again. I feel like I didn't have that many layouts this month. I have a ton of videos up because I just did a bunch of different things. Like I have a vlog, I have a whole bunch of hauls. I have, of course, my recap video and things like that. And this is just one using that Firefly kit again. Adding a few papers as well, and then some tissue paper. So like I said, I don't feel like I made a whole lot this month. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layouts, which really is not that many for me. Yes. Oh, and I had an unboxing video as well as like a recap video for this one. And then I have 6 layouts, and then I know I have a process video for that one as well. And then I have the 2 other things. So that's what I made this month. Not a ton, but I'm still very happy with what I made. I always am happy with what I made. But let me share with you what my new obsession is. So if you've watched me for a while, you know that my current and ongoing obsession has been with doilies. So this is my stash of doilies. I just have them piled up. I have multiple different ones. These are white. These are more cream. These are hearts. These are some beautiful mini ones that were sent to me that I'm like in love with. I have some really pretty pink ones, more white ones. I have gold, my beautiful little tiny mini ones. I have these that are a little bit more decorative all throughout. I have these really pretty ones, and these have like butterflies in them. These were from Michael's, aqua and pink, and I split those with a friend. I also have just your basic white ones. I have these really pretty polka dot ones from Michael's. Should probably kind of make these in size order, that way when I'm looking I can actually see what I have. Just a really pretty white one. These are from a whole bunch of different random places. There's really no rhyme or reason as to where these are from. I got some of them at a like bakery supply store where they were selling doilies for them to be packaged in the baked items. Got some just beautiful, I just like beautiful, and these don't have the things punched out of them, which is why you can't really see the design, but there's definitely a design. I've got gold. I just have a bunch of really pretty, beautiful ones. Look at these. Oh, so glorious. I like love all of these doilies. These are like my favorite. So, get myself organized here, and I'll tell you what my current obsession is, as I started to say. These are larger ones. Those are like punched out ones. Some really pretty gold ones, and then my larger ones. And I love the design on these. These almost look like felted, not felted, like knitted for some reason. All right, so let me pile these back up now that I've got them kind of in size order. And let me tell you what my new obsession is. So I like the big ones, but I absolutely love the tiny ones. My favorite ones are basically like 4-inch, basically like this size smaller. So what are these? Yeah, 4-inch. So like 4-inch smaller. And I really love all of them. I really love this size as well, this green one. I just love all of them. But my absolute favorite are the itty bitty tiny ones. So these right here are 3 inches, and aren't they just, love them. So this is my new obsession. I shared this with you guys last month, I think, in a haul from Tuesday morning, and I had picked this up. I want to say it was like $4.99 or something like that. And it is the Martha Stewart frame border punch. So this is the base. It comes like this. Do you remember how to take it apart? Yes, it's all magnetic. So this is the base, and I have it labeled so I don't get confused. And then I've got the 2 pieces, and this came in a set. It was like a starter set. And they have a whole bunch of different ones. They actually have a doily one, I believe, like a doily set. But I have found that this frame border set, let me put it back together now that I have, what the heck, confused myself, maybe. There we go. I don't plan on taking this apart because I plan on using it the way it is. And then this is the eyelet flowers frame. So it's supposed to make a frame like this, if you can see it. Or you can make a frame like that. Well, in playing around and on the picture, it has where you can make circles. And I was like, I wonder how you can do that. So I started kind of playing around. I didn't read the instructions because that would be too easy. There were too many pages in the instructions. I can't read those. So I started playing around with like the way that the background. So I was like, well, if I line it up to match these, what does it do? It makes a wonderful little tiny doily. And let me tell you, that's all I'm ever going to use this thing for. But look at these. Look at these. Are they not like the cutest? So this is a white with gray polka dot pattern, and these are just from my scrap bin. I have vellum, and this one was a little bit too small, so it's slightly disshaped, but you could just tuck it under something. I have 2 vellum ones. Aren't they pretty? I have that one, which is an Echo Park paper. This one is, I must have lined it up funky because it's a little bit more oval, but it's, I'm working on my punching. But look at that pretty, really pretty blue embossed one, and then this pink, hot pink one. Oh, I am in love. Look at that. They're like the same size. Beautiful. I love this one. I think this is cool. The white one with the gray polka dots. But these vellum ones are fun. So basically all you really need is a paper that's about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches or 4 by 4. A scrap piece of paper, and you can punch it out and you just get this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful doily. So what I've been doing is taking my little scrap box. And this is the one that, these are my smallest scraps that I keep. Taking my little scrap box and just going, okay, well, you know, that one looks like it might be big enough to punch, or I love this paper, or whatnot, and just punching. Like this one would make a beautiful doily. So I'm going to make one out of that. And I've been taking all my little vellum pieces if they're big enough, my scrap pieces of vellum if they're big enough, and punching out of it. Been taking my packaging, like this is a Studio Calico stamp set packaging. I keep all that stuff. So I've just been kind of punching. So what I plan on doing, and just continuously doing, is starting to go through this scrap bin box, because I love my scraps and I will not throw them away, and I do use them. But at some point they kind of start to like, I can't fit any more in this box. I have 2 scrap boxes, one for larger scraps and one for smaller ones, and they are both filled to the brim. So I'm going to start just kind of periodically punching a couple doilies and adding them to my stash, because these little babies will get used like no tomorrow, especially like the simple ones that are the vellum or the gray and white polka dot. So that's my new thing, new obsession. If you can ever find this thing, by all means buy it. I don't think I would have paid $30, which I think is the actual price of this from the store. But at less than 10, oh yeah, I don't remember how much it was, $6.99, $4.99, something like that. But this thing is like gold. Alright, so that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. If you're not into doilies, totally ignore this last section. But you know what? I love them. And my little pile of doilies will be growing as I punch more of these small ones. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you are having an awesome day. And I will be back soon with the layout. Alright guys, bye!